Marketing, and we're here at Warrior Coffee Cafe in Stafford for our local Business Warrior meetup on first and third Thursday of every month. We've got a special guest with me tonight. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us who you are and what you do.
Hello, I'm Frank Ellinger. I work for Mass Mutual, do a lot of life insurance and retirement planning. Just hoping to meet new people and kind of get my information out there.
All right, so tell me a little bit why you got into life insurance. Why did you pick that?
So a couple of good things. It was fate, and then a little bit of research and learning, honestly. First thing happened was a few years back, my father passed away, and he left absolutely nothing for my family. So that's the struggle that I saw them go through,
right,
and the assistance that the children had to help that could have been prevented just by my father having a good plan in place. He obviously didn't do it intentionally, but it was just a lack of knowledge. And during my research of all that, I started looking into myself, and I saw the struggle my mom went through. I started seeing the opportunity to create a business out of it as well.
Right.
And then I also met a buddy of mine that I had known in the military previously, and he was in the business as well, and kind of educated me a little bit and brought me on board.
That's awesome. I went through a similar situation. I lost my dad a couple of years ago in the same scenario. He didn't have any life insurance. He was a veteran. You know, he was a retired coal miner. We all just assumed, that there was stuff in place because of that. And it covered everything for the most part. We didn't really have to come out of pocket much, but there just wasn't nothing left for the family.
Right.
So, it's a real good thing that you touch on. So tell us, a lot of people, including myself, I really don't know a lot about life insurance. So tell us, what are the different types of life insurances and what makes them, the difference between them?
Okay, so the main difference is you have your term, which is basically renting life insurance, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And then you have whole life, which is like owning it, like buying a house. There's bigger expenses with whole life. In fact, it tends to be about 5 times as expensive as term. But it lasts your whole life. And those premiums don't go up. It builds a cash value that you can tap into later. Whether it be for your child's education, retirement supplementation, things like that.
So it's kind of investment at that point.
Exactly, somewhat. I mean, I don't want to call it an investment. It's more like just an extra asset to fall back on.
You pull from it. You got to pay it back, probably.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then term is something that is usually for people that want something more affordable,
right,
and something temporary, and maybe they'll get into whole life later on,
right. So
or maybe they'll
starter package.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. It's a lot more affordable.
Okay, so that's good to know. So if you guys are looking to get insurance, there's a couple different options for you depending on what route you're going with. I'm kind of young, so if I had the money, I'd probably get that long term and have that forever. You know what I mean?
Well, that's another good point. Is that the younger you are, the less your premiums are.
Right.
As soon as
less risk.
As soon as you start getting a little bit of age on you, they go up exponentially. So the earlier you look into it, the better.
And then let's talk about, so when you're talking life insurance, I've heard that you got to do the physicals and they want to see how big of a risk you are.
Right.
So that's another key thing I think is important is that probably if you get it when you're young and you're healthy, it's probably more affordable, right?
Yes, yeah. They take a lot of things into account when they're looking at risk, and that could be heart disease that comes up, your history of smoking, any kind of medications you're on. They'll take all those things into consideration when they're figuring out what your risk is.
Okay. So question on that, say I get it young, like I'm right now I'm pretty healthy, I'm good, and then later on I find out I got cancer and now I'm sick. Does that change my rates or because I'm locked in? Or
as long as you are still on that current term policy.
So it's kind of like car insurance.
Right.
If I get in a car wreck, my insurance is going to go up next term when I renew.
Correct. Yeah. If you are on a 10-year term and at year 5 you end up, getting some kind of a disease, once you get to that year 10, yes, your rates are going to go up. So, not only because of that disease, but also because you're older at that point.
Right. So it's multiple things at that point. So really, if you can afford it, it's better to buy really as long as you can.
Yes. Either whole life or long as you can, depending on what your priorities are.
Right.
It depends on what your plan is and what your priorities are.
Right. So talk about that a little bit, like in your experience and what you encounter with people and doing this. Like when we talk priorities and short term, long term, like kind of break that down a little bit and tell us how, I don't know, a little bit of advice for, just take for me, somebody like me. Let's go somebody like me is young, healthy versus someone that's 60 years old, they're healthy, but they're getting up there and they don't have any life insurance.
Okay, so someone that's young, obviously, I would recommend getting into something more like a whole life policy or doing a 30-year term.
Okay.
And that's all going to depend on what you can afford as well.
Right.
And when you're looking at what you can afford, you're also going to look at what the benefit amount will be, and that'll be how much the person that you leave behind gets after you pass.
Okay.
So that'll affect the premiums and also your health. Once you get, the further you get up in age, there are sometimes, if you get up old enough or have enough health issues, that insurance companies won't even accept you. You can be denied completely.
Right.
So there are certain ones, aside from that, but usually the ones that will accept you at a certain age are going to be very low. They're going to be low benefit, high premium.
Right.
So the earlier you are, the healthier you are when you get it, the better.
All right. Well, that's good to know. So if you guys are out there and you don't have life insurance yet, don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you're dying and you're on your deathbed to try to get life insurance, because you might not even be able to get some. So give us a little, say I wanted $500,000 in life insurance at my age, and I wanted to do, I'm pushing 40 ish. So say I wanted to get a 30-year and I wanted like 500,000. Like what kind of numbers are you thinking on that?
So for something that, if you were going to do a 30-year term, I can't really give you
can't give me an exact number, but
this is the saying in the life insurance community: anyone can afford term.
Right.
Anyone can afford term. I'll give you a slight example, and that is, I just had a gentleman come in. He was ultra preferred, which means he is healthy as a horse, no issues at all.
Scenario.
30 years old, and he got $1 million policy for about $50 a month.
Wow. So there you go, folks. It could be very affordable. $50 for $1 million. That's pretty good deal. That's one of those sales pitches, like it's a cup of coffee a day. You could leave $1 million to your loved ones,
right?
And I imagine you can split that up too. Like, say I got $1 million policy, and I want to leave some here, and spread that out.
Yes, yeah, you can make multiple beneficiaries, and you can also build your will where it's sent to someone else to figure out who gets what.
Right.
There's a lot of planning that goes into it, and that's where the financial advisor comes in. We can really help with setting all that up.
So there's a lot of planning. It ain't something you just hop online and go, I'm gonna get life insurance today.
That's correct. I mean, there are ways you can do that.
Of course.
But usually it's just guesswork.
Right.
I'll be able to actually sit down with the client, build a relationship with them, and see what their family would actually need if their source of income was to stop.
So there you go, folks. You got it. You need to sit down with somebody. Don't just go online and find the cheapest policy that sounds like a good idea. From talking to here, we've got a lot of factors that go into these life insurance things, and So, anything else? Where can we find you at if we want to sit down with you? I'm sure you do free consultation.
Yes, of course. I'll sit down with anybody that would like to sit down with me. You can reach me at my phone number. I still have an Ohio phone number. Military brought me here. So my cell phone number is 330-806-1332. And then my email is fellinger@financialguide.com.
All right, so there you have it. So reach out to our buddy here and get you some life insurance, or at least have the conversation. Yes, because that's the important part. Is start planning, proper planning.
It's a hard thing to talk about. A lot of people don't want to talk about.
I haven't even started, but hey, I need to. So there you have it. We're out here, Warrior Coffee, first and third Thursdays of every month. We're networking with other small business owners, and we're spotlighting these business owners. We want you guys to hear these stories about local companies, and we wanted to spread the knowledge and the know-how about stuff going on in the community and stuff that we need to know about. And that's a wrap. Catch us out here tonight from 6 to 9, and we'll be back the third Thursday. And if you're interested in being spotlighted like we just did, we do a little interview, we put you in some marketing. It's really good value, and it helps grow the event. Reach out to us, 360 Marketing, and see y'all later.
Thank you.